Perfect. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. Let me turn those chimes off. Boom. All right, awesome. Welcome to the call, everyone. I'm sure other people are going to start hopping on the line, as we get started, but I do want to start on time. I know it's late, so I do want to get you in and out of here, in about 30 minutes or so. But tonight, guys, I want to just kind of share with everyone. I know we've got people who just got started yesterday, people who've been in for a few months. So we have people at all different levels, but tonight's call is specifically geared towards when you're being able to maximize profits, okay? When we're taking the trade ideas that will be given from the educators in our groups. So remember, if you're brand new to the call, if you're brand new to the team, if you're brand new to the academy, one of the things that makes our platform super special here is that while you're learning, right, you have the potential to start earning as well. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to understand everything. You don't have to understand everything when it comes to trading when you first start before you can start making money. What our platform does is it allows you to get trade ideas, or what we call trade signals, from the educators that are where they see high probability or high probability winning trade setups. And we're able to copy and paste those trades into our MetaTrader 4 app on our phone and make money. All right. Now, one of the things that I noticed, especially in my process, and even with helping a lot of people get started, is that, they place the trades in their phone. Some of those trades go into profit, but then price reverses, and then you may end up losing the trade. So what I want to talk about tonight is how you can start to manage your trades if you are able to. Now, the cool thing about Forex is that we have two parameters. One is called stop loss and one is called take profit, right? These are your parameters you can put into your phone so that you can literally set your trade and forget it. It's either going to hit your take profit and make you money, or it's going to hit your stop loss. And usually those two numbers are given based on what we call technical analysis, okay? Now, sometimes what happens, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and demonstrate this to you, is sometimes you'll see price going in the direction that it's supposed to, and then it reverses or retraces, and then it hits your stop loss when you were actually in the blue, in profit. So what I want to talk about tonight is how you can manage your trade, an existing trade, so that you can secure profits once you are already in profit. So that once a trade goes in our direction and we're actually in the blue and we're in profit, we can actually minimize or make it a risk-free trade where you do not lose and you're able to at least secure some profits or break even. Now, guys, as we go through this information, some of this, if you don't understand something, feel free to drop it in the chat. This is an open forum. Y'all already know how we do it in the family. It's all good. Feel free to ask your questions. No question is a dumb question. We're all at different levels. So I understand that, like Tierra, who's on here, Anthony, she's on her. Y'all welcome her to the team. She just started yesterday, fresh out of high school. I don't even know. Are you even done with high school yet, Anthony? Right? Let me know in the chat. But she's here to learn and earn. I know she's new, so she's just starting the academy. So some of this stuff might be foreign, but it's going to be a good resource, and this recording is going to be up as well. So I'm going to share my screen and kind of just see. Yeah, she's still in school, right? So yeah, I'm trying to make her graduate before her time. All right. So now what I need everyone to do is let me know if you can see my trading view screen. Last training, no one told me that you couldn't see nothing I was doing, so it was kind of a waste. So can you guys see my trading view? Let me know in the chat, guys, if you can. Okay, perfect. So you guys can see the little chart, right, that says Euro JPY, correct? That's exactly what you're seeing? Perfect. All right, great. So you know that we place our trades, guys, on our phone in the MetaTrader 4 app. But I want to show you visually what we're doing, and then I'll show you how to actually do this in the phone. So here's the first thing that I want to bring up. 1 second. So we're going to just look at this currency pair. I'm not looking at any type of like actual analysis for this example. I'm just really showing you guys so you can visually see what's happening when we're placing a trade in our phone. So let's just say we're going to go ahead and I'm going to hypothetically, I'm going to take us back in time a little bit on this chart. Okay, hang on 1 second. Let's take it back to about let's see here. Okay, so let's look at this chart. So let's say now we were going to place a trade right now for a sell, okay? Sell means that the prices, we're expecting price to go down. And guys, if some of these concepts, you know, you don't understand, it's just that you got to go through the academy. All of these things are taught in the 100 series, okay? So let's say basically we're looking at this chart here and we're going to go in for a sell. And let's say we go in for a sell, a market execution, which means that we're going to sell right now where price is currently at. So where this line is where price is currently at. I'm going to draw a horizontal line to mark off our parameters. So there's 3 parameters that you need when placing a trade usually, right? The first one is entry point. So I'm going to say that we enter the trade right here at this white line. We're going for a sell. So let's say that our take profit is going to be, it's going to be somewhere beneath where we're at, right? So let's just say we're going to set take profit to here. And guys, this will make sense in a second. This is our take profit. And let's say we set our stop loss about here. I'm going to make it red for stop loss, okay? So check this out. So basically, based on what we're looking at here, white line is entry. And I'll actually do this so it's no confusion. I'm going to identify it. So this is going to be our entry point. This red line is going to be our stop loss. And this green line is going to be our take profit or our target, okay? Basically what this means is that we're entering the trade at this white line. When these little candles move towards our green line, we just made money. Anything under the white line is profit. But our target profit is where this green line is. Our stop loss says that if price goes in the opposite direction and it hits this red line, get me out of the trade with my losses at that point, okay? So let's take a look at this, okay? So remember, we're looking to sell right now. So right now, we are actually selling this pair, which is Euro JPY, okay? This is the trade we're currently in. We're selling Euro JPY. We're selling at the white line, that's our entry, and we're looking for price to go down towards our green line. So what happens, guys, when we're placing with price, right, is price fluctuates all the time. So is price gonna just, let me see if I can just draw it. Is price just gonna go here now from our white line and go straight down like this? No, right? It doesn't happen that way. Price is gonna probably go like this. It's gonna fluctuate and then make its move down towards our take profit, right? So erase that. So let's go out here and you want to write these 3 rules down, okay? Write these down, guys. Rule number 1 is every time you place a trade, you always want to have a stop loss and a take profit. Do not trade without a stop loss, guys. Here's what happens if you do. If this is our potential trade setup here, and I'm going to make this big so everyone can see, okay? If this is our potential trade setup here, guys, we entered at this white line, right? This is our entry point. We wanted to go towards this green line, but if you don't have a stop loss and price, let's say price starts to come down towards the way we want it to, but it goes up a little bit, it fluctuates, and you don't have this stop loss, and let's say it goes all the way up here. Now you're losing all of this money when you could have stopped out right at this red line and just get out with minimal losses. So you want to make sure you're always trading with a stop loss, because that says, hey, if price is going the opposite way of the way I expected to, at this point, get me out the trade. I'm willing to lose this amount, okay? Get me out of the trade. Now let's look at this. So what's going to happen, guys, is that you always want to set a take profit and a stop loss. That's rule number 1. Here's rule number 2, okay? And this is super important. This is going to help you all secure so much more profits from tomorrow moving on. Rule number 2, once you are in a trade and you are up 15 to 20 pips in your trade, okay? Once you are in profit, 15 to 20 pips, guys, you want to move your stop loss to break even or to your entry point. I'm going to explain what this means right now, okay? But write that down. Once I'm up 15 to 20 pips in a trade, move stop loss to break even or entry point. Write that down, okay? What that means, guys, is this. Let's use our ruler here for a second. I'm going to measure. So from our entry point to our target here is, look, using the ruler tool, you guys can see this is about 50 pips, okay? So our target is, we're going for 50 pips in this trade. Now, what you want to do based on rule 2 is once your trade gets 15 to 20 pips in profit, so if we're in a sell, we want it to go down. Once price is down 15 pips, so this is about 15 pips right where my line is now. I'm going to draw a line. Okay? Where this dotted green line is 15 pips in profit. Once price gets to this level, guys, you want to move your stop loss, because right now your stop loss is above, right? That means that this is going to be negative. If price is above your white line, you're losing money. If price is below your white line, you're in profit. So what you want to do once you're 15 to 20 pips in profit, which means your phone will be showing you blue, you're making money. You want to move your stop loss from here and place it at your entry point. So basically what you want to do is move this from here and place it at entry point. What this does is this now means that you're in a risk-free trade. So that means, guys, if price, and we're going to see this play out in a second, but let's say price now goes from our entry point and we're down here. We want to move your stop loss into profit. So if price starts to fluctuate, and let's say it goes up, it retraces, now it gets back to the entry point. Guess what happens now, guys? You get stopped out of the trade, but you didn't lose money. You just made zero. Remember, breaking even is much better than losing money. So anytime you're up 15 to 20 pips in a trade, move your stop loss to break even. And the way you do that is simply by clicking modify in MetaTrader. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that actually on the phone here in a minute. But does this make sense? Do you guys understand why you're going to be doing this? This is so that once you're in profit in the trade, guys, you're risk-free. That means that once you're making money, you can no longer lose money. The worst that can happen is that you make no money and you just break even. Does that make sense? Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Perfect. So, and Tiara, don't worry. I know you're like, what are we talking about? You will understand this by the end of the week, okay? But I'm glad you're on the training. How do you know when you're 50 to 20 pips in? Perfect. That's a great question. Great question. Okay, I'm going to show you in a second, but that makes sense to everyone, right? I just want you to understand the psychology of why you want to do this. All right, now let's do this for a second. Watch this. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Now I'm in TradingView, so let me just put a vertical line so we can know where we are once we do this example, right? I want to make sure we start the same place every time. Okay, so I'm going to actually play out the trade, and I'm going to actually play out price so we can see what actually happened. Okay, let's see. Where is my, there it is. So let's look at it. The price is actually, hang on a second. I have to put our stop loss back to our original first, okay? So this was where, when we first set up the trade, guys, this is where we had our stop loss, right? Now we're looking to see what's going to happen. So we're looking at price. Price is fluctuating. It goes below our entry. Stop. It went below our entry. Y'all see how the price of the candles came down, and now we're in profit. Now you see on this candle right here. I'm gonna bring it here. Can I bring it? Can I rewind it to right here? I want to rewind. Hang on. Hold on. I want to rewind it, guys. Hang on, because I want y'all to see what's happening. Great. Okay, so we're gonna look at this again. So where the red line is where we entered the trade. So we entered our trade at the entry point right here, right? So price moved up a little bit. You see, it didn't hit our red line. It didn't hit our stop loss, so we're still in the trade. Next candle happens, boom, it goes up. It fluctuated. It didn't hit our stop loss, so we're still in the trade. But now, you see it now, price is actually below our entry. So right now we're in profit, okay? If you use this little ruler tab on the side here of TradingView, and if we go from our entry to where price is at right now, we're only 8 pips in profit. So we don't want to move our stop loss yet because we want price to be at least 15 pips in profit before we move our stop loss to entry, right? So let's continue to see what happens. Wow, so price now shut down. We're in profit right now. You know, because anything under our white line, we're in profit, we're making money. So right now, price has passed our little dotted line, which is where our 15 pip indicator was, right? So now we're more than 15 pips in profit. What do? Yes, we move our stop loss from here now to break even. Okay, move our stop loss to break even. I'm just showing you visually, and then I'll show you how to do this actually in the app, okay? So right now we're in a risk-free trade. So no matter what happens to price right now, the worst that's gonna happen is that we make $0, but we don't lose money, okay? So let's continue to see what happens with price. Wow, it's shut down. We're making money, right? We're getting closer to our green line to the bottom, which is our target, right? Now, let's pause here for a second. Write down rule number 3, everyone. Okay, rule number 3. Once you're up 20 to 30 pips in profit, okay? Once you're up 20 to 30 pips in profit, move your stop loss 10 pips into profit. Once you're up 20 to 30 pips in profit, move your stop loss 10 pips into profit. Guys, when we do this now, your stop loss now becomes something called a stop profit. That means that when it stops you out, you no longer lose, you're getting stopped out in profit. So that means that once you're up 20, 30 pips in this trade, because remember, we're going for 50 pips, right? But once you're up 20 to 30, you're gonna move your stop loss 10 pips into profit. So worst case scenario, you earned at least 10 pips. Okay, so depending on what lot size you're trading, that could be $1, $10, or $100, right? So think about that. So write that down. Rule number 1, you're always gonna have a take profit and a stop loss every trade. Rule number 2, once you're up 15 to 20 pips, move your stop loss to break even or to your entry point. So break even means your entry point, your original point where you entered the trade. Rule number 3, once you're up 20 to 30 pips in profit, move your stop loss 10 pips into profit. So let's measure again. So remember, our red line right now is our break even, our entry point. So I'm going to measure from here to here. So our first line was 15 pips. Now let's measure 30 pips. Boom. Okay, 30 pips is going to be this horizontal line that I'm drawing right now. Okay, this is 30 pips into profit. Okay, so check it out. So when this candle hit our first level, which was our 15 pip mark, we moved the stop loss to break even. Then price continued to go down in our direction, so we're in more profit. Now the second line is our 30 pip mark, right? So we've crossed that. So what do we do once we're 30 pip in profit? We move our stop loss 10 pips into profit. How do we do that? Go to our entry point, measure 10 pips down. This is right here. And I'm going to actually move my stop loss to that level. Boom. So guess what, guys? No matter what happens, as price fluctuates, you're not losing money, you're making money. You've secured at least 10 pips in this trade, no matter what happens. Yes, you want to go and get the full 50, but if you don't and price retraces, at least you made money. You didn't lose money. Does that make sense? Okay, does that make sense to everyone? How do you move it to cover spread without moving stop loss to entry? Okay, no problem. I'll talk about that too, James. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now that you guys see that this is a risk-free trade, because y'all know when we're in a trade, sometimes price goes, we're up $2, $5, depending on your lot size, you up $6, and then it retraces and you look at your phone an hour later and now you negative $2, right? But you just had 6. This will prevent you from losing money once you're already in profit, okay? This is gonna help you secure the bag, all right? So let's continue to see what happens. Let's see what happens in this trade. So right now, guys, remember, solid green line is our target. That's 50 pips. We've moved our stop loss 10 pips into profit. Let's see what happens. Price goes even closer to our take profit. You see that? Price came down towards our take profit. It didn't hit our target, but we're in profit even more, right? So here's another rule. Okay, rule number 4, and this is the final one. Once you've moved your stop loss 10 pips into profit, and if price keeps going in your direction, every 10 pips that price moves in your direction, move your stop loss 10 pips more into profit. So let's look at this. We saw price was here. Did it go 10 pips more? Yeah, it did. So what we want to do is now move our stop loss 10 pips more to secure even more profits, right? So let's go to our stop loss now. Sorry, guys. The ruler is crazy sometimes. We're going to go to our stop loss and count 10 more pips. That's about here. So about right here. So now our stop loss is even more into profit. So if you look at this now, guys, from our entry point to where our stop loss is 20 pips. We're securing 20 or 50 pips for sure. Okay. So now you no longer have a stop loss. You have a stop profit. So you have a stop loss, but it's moving with you as price gets closer to your target. So you're securing some profits as you go. Okay. So let's continue to look to see if it's going to hit our take profit. Let's just see what happens. Boom. You see that? Y'all saw that? Price went all the way down here, right? It hit our take profit. It surpassed our take profit. So what would happen? Once price hits your take profit mark, it exits you out the trade with whatever you want, whatever your money was. So this hit our take profit, and now you would have been out the trade, money made, bag secured. Guys, this is how you maximize your profits when you're taking these trade ideas. Right? Now, I know sometimes you're going to be at work, you might be in school, you might be driving, you set the trade and you forget it. That's cool. The stop loss is created to allow you enough leeway so that it still goes to your take profit. But me, guys, I'm the type of person, if I've got money in the bank already, I ain't trying to lose it. So if I'm in profit, I'm trying to secure some of those profits, okay? So this is good if you can actually manually manage your trade. This is going to secure you profits, especially if you're already in a winning trade. You're going to be able to secure and make sure you get out of that trade with some money. But let's just continue to see what happens here, just to show you guys how a stop loss would work. Let's just see if price goes down and if it goes back up. Check this out. Price is going around. It's moving around. I want to see if it's going to hit our stop loss at any point. See, we're still in the trade. It would have hit our take profit again. It's going even more. So this would have been a really good trade, because it never hit stop loss all this time. You're securing more and more profits, even going lower, right? But let's just say, I want to see if it's going to go up at any point to show you sometimes what happens with the trade when you don't do this, and you might have been in profit all of this, and then it starts going the other direction, and then you lose money. Like, see, now it's climbing back up. It's climbing back up. If you didn't manage your trade, you could very well get stopped out. See that right there, boom. You would have got stopped out of the trade all the way here. But you see how long ago we could have secured our money and be out of this trade, right? Or secured some profits, at least 20 pips. So does this make sense, guys? And now I want to show you how to do this on the phone. How to actually, this is visually how to do it, but I want to show you how to actually do it on your cell phone. Does this make sense to everyone? Okay, perfect. Okay, I gotta just join the call from my phone real quick. Are you able to readjust the take profit line if you wanted, and would you readjust the stop loss line at the same time, depending on how the market performs? Great question, Arthur. Yes, you are able to modify your take profit as well. So let's just say, right, let's go back to this example. Remember, this green line is our take profit, right? But let's say you see price heading in that direction, and you're like, you know what, I want to get a little bit more, right? What you can do, and this is when sometimes with the trade ideas, they give you TP1, TP2, TP3. Let's say this green line was your take profit 1, and you have a take profit 2 that would actually be about here, right? What you would do at this point, if this is the case, is you can now modify your trade adjust your take profit one number, your take profit number in your app to this number instead. So now that means that this moves and your target is actually this green line. But when you're doing that, guys, you automatically want to move your stop loss, okay, to take profit one. So you want to modify and move your stop loss to this level here. So now this line, your take profit is now this green line, but your stop loss is take profit one. So regardless of what happens, when price starts to reverse, the worst that happens is you still get out with the profits from take profit one, but you can go for take profit two. So in this example here, if you had done that, as you can see here, price went down towards this green line and hit it, it would have hit your take profit and you would have got TP2, right? But let's say your take profit was way down here. Price could have came down, it didn't hit your profit, your take profit, it starts to go up, now it hits your stop loss, but at least your stop loss is hit at TP1. So you secure money, you leave this trade in profit. Okay, so you can modify your take profit and your stop loss in any open trade in your MetaTrader 4 app. Okay, so, and that's something that you're going to start to get good at. And that's why I wanted to do this call, because I know a lot of people set the trade ideas from the educators. They don't understand how to modify stop loss. So sometimes a winning trade becomes a losing trade. But with this, a winning trade will always be a winner once you're in the direction, because now you understand once you're up, 15 pips, you are break even. So you cannot lose this trade anymore. The worst happens is you break even. Okay. So now I want to show you guys how to do this in the phone. And then I'll just answer those last two questions and get you guys out of here, which is how do you calculate pips? And then James, which is how do you calculate to cover the spread? And spread basically, guys, is what your broker charges you. And I'll show you on the app right now how you identify that. Okay. So let me join the meeting from my phone really quickly. Perfect. So let's see if this, let me make my phone. Hang on a second. I'm going to make my other account the host so I can share my phone screen. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, I think I'm in now. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you how to do this in MetaTrader, okay? Okay, so now guys, here we go. Let's look for MetaTrader 4. See, I'm actually in a trade right now. I'm actually going to use this. It's only a small 0.01, but I'll use this as an example, okay? So I'm in this trade now, guys. Euro USD. I'm up 60 cents. I'm in a 0.05, so I'm literally only 1 pip. Actually, no, I don't want to use this because then I want to get my money. I don't want to move my stop loss. Let me go to my demo. Hang on. Okay. So let's look at Euro USD. We're just going to look at this particular pair. Okay. So this is the app that we use to trade, right? MetaTrader 4. Let's see, we're gonna go for a sell. I'm just making a guess. This is based on no analysis. We're just gonna place this trade so we can show how to modify these numbers. So let's say we're going for a sell, Euro USD. I'm gonna trade it, and I'm gonna trade at a 0.1 just so we can have easy numbers. So I'm gonna go for a sell. Here's your stop loss and take profit. We always wanna set those. Here's something that a lot of people don't know, is that you can place your trade and then modify the numbers after. So if there's a trade signal that comes in that says, hey, sell Euro USD. When I go to my app, I don't try to type in all the stop loss and take profit right then because I want to get in the trade right now. So I literally go to the pair and sell it right now. Now you can click on your position in your trade screen, press and hold it, and then you get options to the bottom. You want to choose modify. Now you can go ahead and enter your numbers, okay? So let's go ahead and enter these numbers. I'm gonna just pull up a trading view just so I can see what I'm doing here, just so I can choose some numbers. Hang on. So I went in for a sell. Here's another thing that I want you guys to notice. Remember, I just went in and did a sell by market execution, right? So I'm in this is my active trade. How do you know what your entry point is? This first number here on the screen, guys, 1.13397, that's your entry point. That's the point where you entered the trade. The second number on the other side of the arrow is current price. That's where price is currently at. So you're gonna always see that second number fluctuate up and down because price is always moving. So when you click on your app now, if I press and hold on the position and I go to chart, you're gonna see now, see that dotted green line? That's the entry point. That's like the line that I drew on the example line when I was sharing my computer screen. That's my sell point. Now we gotta set take profit and stop loss. So this is a sell. I'm gonna set my take profit. I'm gonna say we're gonna go for a target to be here. So 1.133. I'm just gonna type this in the chat so I can know what I'm doing. 1.13363. Okay, that's gonna be my take profit, and I'll set my stop loss like up here. 1.34 take profit. I'm typing this in the chat, guys, just so y'all can know what I'm talking about. Okay, and then stop loss is gonna be 1.3439. And where am I getting these numbers from? It's the little numbers on the side, the right side of the screen. As you see me move this little cross arrow, the number over to the side to the right tells me, you know, what I'm choosing. So those are the numbers that I'm gonna put up to modify my trade. So what do? I go to trade screen, look at my trade, press and hold, click modify. Now I wanna enter those numbers, okay? My stop loss is gonna be 1.1343, right? My take profits is gonna be 1.13363. Boom, modify. Now let's look at the chart. Now you can see my lines. Can you guys see the two lines? The one above is my stop loss. The one below is my take profit. So I'm looking at this trade now. Once price is above my sell line, my entry point, because I'm in a sell, it's above, it's higher, that means I'm losing, right? I'm negative. Once price goes below that sell line, I'm gonna be positive. So right now, of course, it's expected. I'm in the negative right now. So we're letting price do its thing. Price is fluctuating, you know. Now, if price was to go down, if this was a sell, and let's say it put me in profit, I would move my stop loss into profit. See how it's fluctuating? See, we can't sit here and wait to see what happens, but see, it's headed in my direction now. Look, this might just work out for the example. Price is fluctuating. Once it goes under my sell sell line, I'm gonna be in profit. I'm gonna be blue. Guys, in your trade screen, if you see red, you're losing. If you see blue, you're making money. I like to see blue. And once something is blue on my screen, I don't like it to go back into the red. Okay, so I try to secure my profits. And what I'll do is just re-enter the trade, but I'm gonna secure my profits as much as I can. So look at this. So, you know, this may take a while to actually move in our direction, but I still wanna show you how to modify stop loss. So let's just say our stop loss is currently at that line, that red line above. See, it's going towards our sell zone now. See, I'm negative 50 cents now because I'm getting closer to sell zone. Price is approaching sell zone. It's looking like it's gonna push down here in a minute. If it does, we'll be blue, right? I just wanted to go in our direction so I can move stop loss into profit. It's pushing down, pushing down. Now, what James asked about was the spread. You see how the price is showing the two little blue lines? That shows the spread. Spread is basically how the broker makes their money. They charge a little percentage like on this, and this is how you know what you're paying. When you go to your trade screen and you press on it, because I'm doing a 0.10 lot size, the charge for me is 79 cents. So it's almost like a pip. Okay, it's about a 1 pip difference. So that's the difference between the blue line. So if you guys see when the price was actually near my green line, but I was still like negative 40 cents, it's because that top line has to go underneath for me to be in profit to cover the spread. Okay. See, it may take too long, but I just want to show y'all how to move stop loss into profit. So let's just say now, you see where my stop loss line is at now. Right now, my stop loss is about 1.13430, right? Because that's where that's the number that line lines up with. Let's say I wanted to move my stop loss, you know, closer to, let's say I wanted to move it here. It's not in profit because my trade isn't in profit yet, but I just want to show you how you modify stop loss. So let's say I want to move my stop loss from where it is now to about here. I want to change it to 1.13415. All I would do, guys, is this. Go to the trade, press and hold on it, modify, and you can change your stop loss and you take profit. So I want to go 1.34, let's say 15. Now let's look. You see how our stop loss has moved down now? It's closer. And if you look at our trade, we're almost in our direction. You can also move your take profit the same way. Go to trade, press and hold, modify, and just take profit to 1.32. Now I just took my take profit even further down. See, it's further down. See, I just got stopped out, guys. See, the trade is gone. It's because I moved my stop loss closer and it just hit my stop loss. So I just got out of the trade losing $1.80, right? I just did that for example purposes because we shouldn't move our stop loss until when? Until we're at least 15 to 20 pips in profit. I only did it for an example to show you how to actually do it on MetaTrader 4. Does that make sense to everyone on the call? Let me know in the chat. Does that make sense? Awesome. Awesome. And guys, you want to start doing this. This is going to help you to maximize your profit. Okay, it's going to stop you from losing. Okay, now will you win every trade? No, but when you do have a trade, and I'm sure if you've been in more than a week and you've started to take demo trades or live trades, tell me, drop a 111 below if this has ever happened to you. Have you ever been looking at your phone, you were up in a trade, you were winning, then you check the phone and then you lose it? Has that ever happened to anyone? Drop a 111 if that's happened to you. See the 111s coming in, right? It happens. So what this is going to prevent you to do now that you're doing this is once you're winning in a trade, you will break even or win that trade. This is going to minimize our losses. Okay. This is something you want to get in the habit of doing. And if you have teammates, guys, you want to teach them how to do this because you're going to help them to win a whole lot more. All right. Because our whole goal here is if we got a winning trade, we want to remain a winning trade. We don't want it to turn into a losing trade. Okay. So that's how you do that. So let's do one more thing. Oh, pips. So Tiara was asking, and Tiara, you learn how to count pips in the academy, but I'm just going to go through something really quickly, a quick way that you guys can see pips. Okay. So let's just say, I'm going to just enter another trade real quick. I'm going to sell again. Okay. So when you look at your entry price, which is the first number here, right? So in this example here, the entry price for this is 1.13394. How do you know when you're 10 pips up? You want this, the third number, guys, your third number represents like 10 pips. So if you go to when you see your number go to 1.1349, you know you're up. Well, this is a sell. So remember, when we're selling, we're looking for price to go down. So we want to subtract a number. And if you're in a buy, you want it to go up. So what's going to happen in a sell is how you know you're 10 pips in profit is you need this to be less. Okay. So you need your third number to be less 1. So instead of it being 1.13394, when this says 1.13329, which is 10 less, you know you're up in profit 10 pips. No, that's a little confusing, but with practice, you will get it. Just always subtract. Look at that third number. okay? That represents the tens of pips. So when we're thinking, okay, when I'm up 10 to 15 pips, so what you want to do if you're in a sell is you want to subtract 15 from those third and fourth numbers. So you want to go 1.13394, and you want to subtract 15 from the 39, from the third and fourth number. So what would that be? 39 minus 15 is what? 29 is 10, 24. So 1.13244 would be your 15 pips in profit in a sell. If we were in a buy, it will be the exact opposite, but plus. So we would be looking for 1.13544. Okay, that would be 15 pips in profit in a buy. So I know that might be a little confusing, guys, but just always know that the third and fourth numbers are your friends. And if you even look at your quote screen, that's why they have the third and fourth numbers big, so that you can see pips, because the third and fourth number are your pips. That's a good way for you to easily be able to count pips, is when you look at your entry, just count 10 or 15, whatever, you know, the rule is that you're on. You're like, okay, when my price gets to 1.324, I'm 15 pips in profit. It's time to move my stop loss to entry point, which is 1.13394. Does that make sense? And you'll all get this with practice. You've got to practice this. That's the only way you get better at this stuff, guys, is by actually practicing it. Okay? You've got to practice it. All right? Final thing I want to show you all, and then we're done. Okay, final thing. Let me share my screen again. Hold on, I gotta make myself a post again. Hang on. Make the host. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's make, let me share the screen. It was something else. So count pips. James asked about spread. So James, with the spread, all you want to do is count. You see like the pips, right? So I wish I had shown you. On your MetaTrader screen, if everyone looks at MetaTrader on their phone, and you go to quotes, it literally tells you the spread for that pair right on the quote screen. So let's say Euro USD, it shows right here that our spread is 5. So you just count, it's not even 1 pip, because this isn't in pips, this is in points. So 10 is equals to 1 pip, okay? 100 is equals to 10 pips. If you see 5, that means you're like half a pip. 10 is 1 pip. So you're not even a pip. It's not even a pip difference in spread. So when you're calculating, just add 1 more to your number so that you can count spread as well to cover that cost of the actual trade. Okay. Here's another, the last thing I wanted to show you, pips, trade management. Oh, here's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to go on here and let's all place a trade from the harmonic scanner really quickly before we get out of here. Okay. So let me bring up the scanner. Harmonics.im, guys, is the harmonic scanner. Everybody on who's in the academy has access to this tool. I've been winning a lot from the scanner, thanks to James Hall, who put me on, and he was like, Sophie, you sleeping on the scanner. And I started really working on the scanner, and it gives you some really good trade ideas. So let's go. I'm just gonna go here. I like the trades that Traders Way gives. Those have been the ones that have been working the best for me. Now let's look. Let's see what we got here. I have a harmonic scanner training, guys. Basically, all you're doing is you're looking for the D point, and you're looking to see if take profit is above or below your entry point. If it's above, it's a buy. If it's below, it's a sell. Okay. So if we look at this first trade here, we look at our D point. What happened just now? Okay. We look at our D point. Our take profit is above, so we would be looking for a buy, but look at our D point. Price has already gone all the way up to TP3 and coming down. This is no longer a valid trade because this move has already happened. Okay, you don't want to place this trade, guys, because price is already above your TP2. You know, it's a risk trying to go for TP3, especially from this first move. It already hit TP3. This is not a valid trade. It already happened. If you had gotten this trade when this first happened, you would have been able to get, let's see, from entry, you would have been able to get 45 pips. Not a bad move from a scanner. And all you need to do is copy and paste. But let's look for one. That's still active. Here's another one, D. This already happened too. It's passed. So the scanner scans throughout the night. So when you check it throughout the night, you'll see new pairs added to the top. Let's look at this one. Euro USD. This is the D point up here. Is take profit below or above the D point? It's below. So we're going for a sell. Price has been consolidating for a while because our target is for it to come south here, right? But it's been consolidating for a while. Me personally, I wouldn't place this trade yet because I don't know what it's going to do because it could very well go up. So I just wouldn't place this trade at this point. But what we're looking for this to do is come down to here based on the scanner. But this has been consolidating for hours. So I would just stay away from it for a while. Let's look at another one. See, all of these have already happened. But y'all see this? These are all trades we could have made money on if we were looking at the scanner earlier today. Look at this. Came down and hit TP3, smashed them. Wow. See this one here, D, it's above. It hit TP1, it retraced a little bit. Now it looks like it's actually heading back up to TP1. Let's see, from where price is at now, let's measure from here to TP1. That's 15 pips. That's still some good pips. That's still good. I'll place this trade. This is a possibility if you want to. So on NZD JPY, guys, we can go in for a buy for 15 pips. We can. Price, it looks like it's moving in the direction. Big candle. Maybe. It's moving in the direction. I don't know. Because looking at these little dojis and these candles, which are reversal candles, we don't know. It's been consolidating for a while as well. But it potentially is moving in the bearish, in the bullish movement. So this is something we could potentially take. I'm not confident enough in it to say, call it out for everyone to take. It's not clear enough for me to make that decision. So I won't take the trade. You can if you want to, but when I say I'm taking a trade, I'm almost sure it's going in that direction, based on the momentum of the candles. So right now the scanner doesn't have anything for us to take right at this point. I wanted to kind of call a live trade, but if the scanner doesn't have anything, we don't force trades, right? We're not going to just say, hey, let's take this because we want to call one. I don't want you to lose your money, right? So I'm not confident in anything right now on the scanner, but I'll check it probably around 2 o'clock in the morning before London session opens. And it's probably going to have a whole lot of new trade setups that you can take, set your trades, go to sleep, and wake up and probably be in profit. When I'm going to sleep, guys, that's the only time when I'm not managing my trade. It's because I'm actually in bed. So I'm sleeping. But if I'm awake and I'm looking at my phone and I'm in profit, I'm moving that stop loss into profit because I don't want to lose, okay? So this is something I thought was really important for everyone to be able to understand how to do because it's going to help you to secure and maximize your profits and minimize your losses. Go ahead and let me know if this was useful. If anyone has a question, go ahead and unmute yourself and then I'm just grateful for you guys for hopping on. But if you've got a question right now pertaining to this stuff right here, feel free to ask that question. Very helpful. Okay, good, Andre. I'm glad it was helpful.
Yes, it was very good, Soph.
Yeah, all right. Tell you stop calling me mom. No, I'm teasing. She's 17 years old, guys. She's respectful. I love it, but I feel old. So it's all good. No, I'm teasing her. But I'm excited. I'm excited, guys, because I know this is going to help a lot of you guys in your trading to maximize more profits. And remember, in the markets, don't be greedy. If we're going for 50 pips and you've got 20, secure your profits, man. Secure your profits. Now, if you have the account size to manage drawback and the retracement, definitely feel free to stay in that trade, but secure your profits. Get in the habit of winning. I like to see people win. So even if you secure some profit, it's very, very, it helps you so much because you're able to lock in your money. That's money in the bank. There's $6 trillion being traded every day. So get your bag, get your quota for the day, and then you got money in the account to trade tomorrow. Don't be greedy. That's the number one thing that's going to hurt you. That's what I had to learn the hard way. Like I would be up 25 pips in a trade. And instead of me, moving my stop loss into profit or closing the trade and securing that profit, I'm trying to go for 100 pips, then it retraces and I lose it all. I don't want that to happen to y'all. So make sure start securing your profits. Moving your stop loss into profit is gone. You're going to thank me later, I promise you. All right. So guys, I mean, if you don't have questions, I hope this was valuable. If you're new, go through that 100 series as quickly as possible. And Tierra, I'm going to send you a training that I did that shows you how to place the trades that's coming in from the trade ideas in your phone. There was a second half of the training, but no one could see my screen. So that's not going to be too useful. So I'm going to just cut that part off. But the beginning part of the training was just teaching you how to see a trade signal that's coming out and how to place that trade in your demo account on your phone so that you can actually, start taking the trades and getting comfortable. All right. So guys, I'm going to upload that to YouTube so that I can share it with everyone in the group. But y'all be blessed. Happy trading tonight. London session starts in a bit. It's Asian and Australian session now happening. So there's so many opportunities for us to make money in the markets. We just got to make sure that we're learning so that we can also maximize the profits that we're making. Do take advantage this week, y'all, of the calls with Mr. David Immunity at 7 p.m. every night, 8 p.m. with Justin Owens every night this week. That's a top earner in the company. Like he's $750,000 a month. That's ridiculous income. And he's able to share the opportunity with our prospects. So you want to make sure you're taking advantage and getting your people on the call to hear from the man himself. So maximize that so we can get as many of you guys to and free as possible so that you can enjoy your experience in the academy and you're not worrying about that $175 monthly fee. Okay. Once we get you there, I want to see everyone build the business and start to earn residual income as well. But let's focus on 2 and free for everyone first. And then we can move forward from there. But guys, I just appreciate y'all for taking time to hop on last minute. I'm glad you got some value. I'll post the recording for this in the morning. But y'all have a good night. God bless. And I'm looking forward to seeing y'all dropping y'all profits in the group. Feel free, y'all. When you have a good trading day, what we celebrate, we accelerate. So if you win $2, drop it in the group. We want to celebrate that. If you're winning trades, drop it in the group. Because we want to celebrate each other, because that's what's going to keep everyone motivated, on this journey to learning how to trade so that you can become financially free. All right. So y'all have a good night. God bless. Pam, I'm going to see you in the locker room call in an hour. And everyone else, look for some good trade setups on the scanner. Secure your bag. Set your daily quota for what you want to make per day. How many pips, how many % you want to grow your account. Get it, get out the market, and you live to trade another day as well. All right. Y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. God bless.